wildly, as if the past were lurking here in the shadow of his house, just out of reach of his hand. I'm going to fix everything just the way it was before, he said, nodding determinedly. She'll see. We talked a lot about the past, and I gathered that he wanted to recover something, some idea of himself perhaps, but had gone into loving Daisy. His life had been confused and disordered since then, but if he could once return to a certain...
Some tribute to knowing nothing.
Saturday's Child by County Cullen. Some are teeth on a silver spoon with the stars strung for a rattle. I cut my teeth as the black raccoon for implements of battle. Some are swaddled in silk and down, heralded by a star. They swathe my limbs in a sackcloth gown on a night that was black as tar. For some, Godfather and Goddamn, the opulent fairies be. Dame Poverty gave me my name, and Pain godfathered me. For I was born on a Saturday, that time for planting a seed. Was all my father had to say, and one more mouth to feed. Death cut the strings that gave me life, and handed me to sorrow, the only kind of midwife my folks could they provide.
On which two young women were buoyed up as though upon an anchor balloon. They were both in white. Their dresses were rippling and fluttering as if they had just been blown back. I must have stood for a few minutes, listening to the whip and snap of the curtains and the boom of a picture on the wall. And there was a boom, as I've wanted other things more than lovers. I've desired peace, intimately to know the secret curves of deep bosomed contentment, to learn by heart things beautiful and slow. Cities at night, and cloudful skies, I've wanted. And open cottage doors, old colors and smells apart, all dim things, layers of river mist and river, to capture beauty's hands and lay them on my heart. I have wanted clean rain to kiss my eyelids, sea spray and silver foam to kiss my mouth. I have wanted strong winds to flame me with passion, and to soothe me, tired winds from the south. These things have I wanted, more than lovers. Jewels in my hand, dew and morning cross. Familiar things, while lovers have been strangers. Friended thus, I have let nothing pass.
Brava! Art Deco lit.
Then came the Chesterbeckers and the Leaches and a man named Hudson, whom I knew at Yale, and Dr. Webster Civet, who was drowned last summer up in May, and the Hornbeams and the Louis Voltaires, and a whole clan named who always gathered in the corner and flicked up their noses at goats and whomever came near. And the Ismays and the Christies, or rather Hubert Arbach and Mr. Christie's wife, and at the beaver whose hair they say turned cotton white one winter afternoon for no good reason at all.
Authors and actors and artists and such never know nothing and never know much. Sculptors and singers and those of their kidney tell their affairs from Seattle to Sydney. Playwrights and poets and such horses' necks start off from anywhere and end up at sex.
Oh, Dorothy.
Diarists, critics, and similar row never say nothing and never say no. People who do things exceed my endurance. God, for a man that solicits insurance.
La guitarra, empieza el llanto de la guitarra, se rompen las costas de la madrugada, empieza el llanto de la guitarra, es inútil callarla, es imposible callarla, llorona monótona, como llora el agua, como llora el viento, sobre la nada, es imposible callarla, llora por las cosas lejanas. arena del sur caliente que pide camelias blancas, llora fecha sin plan, la tarde sin mañana, y el primer pájaro muerto sobre la grama. Oh guitarra, corazón malherido por símbolos
La guitarra. Empieza el llanto de la guitarra. Se rompen las copas de la madrugada. Empieza el llanto de la guitarra. Es inútil callarla. Es imposible callarla. Llora monótono, como llora el agua, como llora el viento sobre la nevada. Es imposible callarla. Llora con cosas lejanas, arena del sur caliente que pide camelias blancas. Llora flechas sin blanco, la tarde sin mañana y el primer pájaro muerto sobre la rama. ¡Oh, guitarra! Corazón mal herido por 5 espadas.
And Newton Orchid, who controls films par excellence.
Suppose you met somebody just as careless as yourself. I hope I never will. She answered. I hate careless people. That's why I like you. Her gray, sun-strained eyes stared straight ahead, but she had deliberately shifted our relations. And for a moment I thought I loved her. But I am slow thinking and full of interior rules that act as brakes on my desire, and I knew that first I had to get myself definitely out of that tangle-backed home. I've been writing letters once a week and signing them Love Nick. And all I could think of was how, when that certain girl played tennis, a faint mustache of perspiration appeared on her upper lip. Nevertheless, there was a vague understanding that had to be tactfully broken off before I was free. Everyone suspects himself of at least one of the few cardinal virtues.
He became known as the Border. I doubt if he had any other heart. Of theatrical people, there were Gus Ways and Horace O'Donovan and Lester Meyer and George Duckweed and Francis Bull. Also from New York were the Combs and the Backhissons and the Denekers and the Lisselbetti and the Corrigans and the Killers and the Doors and the Scullys and the S.W. Belcher and the Smirks and the Young Twins, divorced now, and Henry L. Palmetto, who killed himself by jumping in front of a subway train.
At his lips' touch, she blossomed for him like a flower, and the incarnation was complete. Though all he said, even through his appalling sentimentality, I was reminded of something, an elusive rhythm, a fragment of lost words that I had heard somewhere long ago. For a moment, a phrase tried to take shape in the mouth,